Hello everyone, this is DayTraderRockStar, and it is Sunday, April 11th, and I'm going to start off one of hopefully three videos. Then I'm going to get out educational videos, and then I'm going to get the 10 for 1,000 watch list out in a little bit. But I just want to go over a review of last week's 10 for 1,000 watch list and the stocks on it. And this is actually the tracker that we have on the website on the radio, and actually the green colors a trigger if the trigger has been hit, yellow if a target's been hit, and red if it was a stop in, or if it's no color in black, the trigger hasn't been hit. So as you can see, nice return this week on the profits. A lot of people ask me about the 10 for 1,000 watch list, like what's it represent? And I started this a couple years ago when I started doing the show, and it was just 10 focus stocks that I really wanted to focus on and try to um, try to make a trade off of each of them. Each one of these would be the best setups of the week, and I would look at these stocks to make those moves. So in theory, if you would invest in each one of them, and look for a point, you would make $1,000 if they all moved a point within the week. But it was just a concept and a nice name. So I did. It's 10 stocks that I would really love to be able to trade and make a good living on each week. So setups really work well. Last couple of weeks has been unbelievable on the triggers, and nothing. Again, the market's always there to help you, but you still got to get the formations, and that's another good thing about the 10 for 1,000 watch list. It's a watch list based on the highest probability setup. So really, really a nice way of looking at it. So we're going to get on to that. We'll start off here with going over some of the stocks. All right, the first one over here, AES here, AES Corporation. Nice wedge pattern. Everything worked out. This one triggered 1138 and popped up nicely. Got up to got about 50 cents on, maybe 50 cents on it, then pulled back. Now we pulled back onto the trend line, right back to the entry trigger. So actually, this is actually looking good for a re-entry. Again, to be able to, when you see the overall pattern here is the wedge pattern, that's what you're looking for, the explosive move, multiple day move out there until it comes up to an oversold stochastics or a 50-period moving average, which would tell you, there's a little area of resistance here. But again, this also seems to be a very bullish pattern setting up here on AES with a pullback to it. So we just need to hold this level right here, and this might end up on a watch list this week. BVN on the watch list. BVN again broke out, hit our target. It was a nice setup here. Again, all these setups, I'm just gonna have to pound this into you guys. All these setups based on very technical indicators that I have, and working with the pattern recognition, or just being able to recognize patterns and seeing how these patterns play out in the long run. So you could time every pattern by the timing indicators. And once the stochastics get oversold and we happen to be on a support level but inside a bullish channel, all these things leading for a nice bounce, and that's what you're going to see right at that level. And that's just easy, and that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to bring you these setups, and these are the only setups you're going to see. So that even adds to the enjoyment of it. I'm not going to give you these are proven setups. So BVN, nice, again, beautiful setup. It works so good. Right out of that pattern there. BZH here, Beezer Homes. It's tough to call the home builders. We actually like the home builders now, and because of so much press they get. Last week went long Ryland, which is one of the better home builders, but I just want to point out the Beezer, which is on the watch list for a low price stock. Very set up really nice here to pop. So would expect the eventual pop out of this pattern here. It's a low price stock, and it probably still on the watch list for a target of 640. I'll probably carry this one over and add a couple more housing on there. CCU. I'm never going to get through these watch lists. Spend so much time. CCU here. Colbihana Cervasis. This is one of the classic patterns I trade, and again, there's a lot more to on this week's watch list, which I have to get out to you after this video. But when you make that high or low, yet the 200 period moving average comes underneath us, and you have a defined trend line and the oversold stochastics. For the better setups there, if you can put that combination together, most likely you're going to get an explosion. It's very obvious. I don't know why people don't even continue just to look for some of these setups and try to make things more complicated. Stochastic's got to be your number one timing indicator. It's going to give you the timing. When it's down here under that 20 line and things are pulling on support and things are starting to wrap up and look like a pattern, you got to believe it. If it sounds like a duck, it looks like a duck, it's a duck. You better, do something about it. Duck sandwich I'm calling for. CEG. These are the plays on last week's watch list. All right, great setups. CEG, next one. All right, Constellation Energy. Nice pullback to the 50-period moving average. That's what I liked about this. Again, multiple indicator setups. The moving average and a 50-period moving average. This is another little pattern which is not similar to the wedge, but it's just based on a pullback. That's the stochastic 50 combination, which is very strong. And we'll go more into that another time. CHG here. I want to go through these faster. CH Energy. Actually still in the pattern here, but I would consider the that mini break and reversal, because now the stochastics are starting to turn back. This is a little more shaky right now. This is a CHG, and it's actually a little under the trigger. It popped above the trigger, pulled back, and it's been consolidating. So CNX, the next one, hit the trigger and hit the target. Console Energy, pull back to the lower trend line. Again, stochastics had a nice run, hit the target, move on. CRX, one I was really banging the drum on last week. CRX, beautiful, absolutely beautiful trade. Perfect channel. Look, even the pullback to the 20-period moving average here. Stochastics are staying pretty tight up here, so this is still bullish for me going forward. This is a change of trend. You can start to develop the 20-period moving average here. Starts to develop just like it was resistance here. It's going to become strength here, and you're going to be able to trade this stock based on that. All right. CRG. So that gets us through the halfway through the watch list. Let me do one more, and then I'm going to send this video out. And then this is DELL. DELL continues to look good here. Called DELL for a breakout. We called DELL for a 1560 gap close, and we did. But now I'm expecting this gap up here to 1680. That was 1580. So yeah, that's 1680 level right up here. There's another gap, and I expect that to be tested. The first thing they'll be testing, we'll run into resistance, is that gap area up here between 1608 and 1630. It looks like. All right, so let me get this video out and finish up the other half of the watch list. Send that out in a minute, and then we got 10 for 1,000. And we have another special educational video. All for your viewing pleasure. DayTradingRadio.com.